Hey guys, it's Brittany and welcome back to my channel, or if you are brand new, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell so you will be notified every single time that I upload. Now before we get into this video guys, I just want you to know that I have Britmas merch because December is right around the corner. Like, it's actually like legit right around the corner. I'm super excited. So if you want to be rocking the Britmas the Britmas merch all December long, I suggest that you order it right now. Link is down below. I have hoodies that come in red, black, pink, green. I've also added a lot more to my merch store. I have ghost hunter masks. I have a ghost hunter hot pink ghost hunter hoodie. It's super cute, so definitely check it out. Now, getting into this video. This happened June 30th, 1987 in the state of Idaho. Specifically, Boise, or Boise. I know there's a little bit of a debate going on there about which way to say it. If it's Boise or Boise. I think it's Boise. Boise, Idaho. So on June 30th, 1987, this street and this house was the scene of a terrible murder. The story goes that 3 men got into a fight on that summer night. One of the men, Preston Murr, was shot in the shoulder. He attempted to run away from the other 2 men. He ran up to a neighbor's house and banged on the door. The neighbor did not come out, but he did call the police.
Okay, what's the problem there?
I don't know. A couple of guys came up and beat on the door, and I went out and looked, and there's some blood on the door, it looks like.
Okay, can you see him down the street at all?
There looks like something's going on in the house across the street.
So this house has been given the name of the murder house. And so many people, I mean, just by seeing pictures of this house, video of this house, it looks so eerie. And so many people drive up to the house, they try to look through the windows. People have lived in this house after the murders. I mean, it did happen over 30 years ago. But I just don't understand. I don't know. This is a very random question. Could you guys live in a house where a brutal murder took place? I don't think I could do that. But the rumors are that the man that was murdered in this house, Preston Murr, that he haunts this house. He stays in this house. And people are constantly coming up to the house. They want tours of the house. They want to look inside the windows, and they just get this haunted feeling. So the next morning, the neighbor had to call the police for a second time. And when the police showed up, they discovered trails of blood on the street and blood smeared across the neighbor's door. Once the police went inside the house, they discovered the most horrific crime scene of the murder. The 2 men had dragged Preston Murr back after he escaped and fatally shot him to death. Then they dismembered the body in order to dispose of it. The men then drove 100 miles away and disposed of the body. And the 2 men, Darren Cox and Daniel Rogers, were immediately apprehended and charged with murder. To this day, it is very unclear why the confrontation between the 3 men even happened. But according to court documents, the 3 men had been hanging out earlier that evening trying to locate Rogers' recently stolen guns. They drove around trying to find the apartment of the person they believed stole the guns, and when they returned back to the house around midnight, that is when the deadly altercation broke out. And of course, the 2 men went to trial for the murder of Preston Murr. So over the years, many people have lived inside of this house. And what's weird is the people that haven't lived in this house, they think it's haunted. They think like this is a demonic house, it's crazy, there's evil. I mean, Of course, when you know that a crime took place at a specific location, whether it's a house, an apartment complex, some building, whatever, you're gonna automatically get creepy, eerie, disturbing, unsettling vibes. And everyone who drives by this house, they always get very unsettling vibes. They feel as if you look through the windows, that somebody's gonna be looking back at you. And the main part of the house that is the creepiest and it feels like it has the most activity, paranormal activity, is the basement. Now, there was a family that lived there. I'm not sure if they still live there, but they lived there, and they did an interview and they said they never felt any paranormal activity. They never felt, they felt that it wasn't their home and that it belonged to somebody else. But they never really experienced, footsteps or hearing knocks or cupboards opening and closing, you know what I mean? Chairs being stacked up on top of each other, some like demonic crap going on. And one of the girls that lived in the house, she said when she went to the basement, she felt like she had to get out of there right now. Like, I have to go, I can't be down here. She just felt very unwelcomed in the basement. So, is it haunted? I don't know. But people who drive by and walk up to this house and want to go inside of it, they all think it's haunted by the man that was murdered in this house, and there's just something so evil and dark, and nobody knows the exact reason why this happened and why it got so gruesome and so brutal. And I could go into a whole rant. Okay, this video is already pretty gruesome with all the details that I've been given, but one thing that I can't watch. I used to always watch like 48 Hours Hard Evidence. I would go on marathons back in high school and stuff, but I will watch true crime documentaries when I feel mentally like I can, you know what I mean? And I know I'm getting more into cases on my channel, but I'm trying to get more into cases that also have to do with paranormal activity. And since there's so many people who think that this house is haunted and there's something so unsettling, like I've said and stuff, and the story just drew me in when I was reading about it. It was like, oh my God, so I wanted to cover it on my channel. But I can't watch 48 Hours Hard Evidence marathons anymore. Like, I can't do it. But where was I going at? Oh, first of all, I don't understand people who kill, but I just don't get when people will kill and then they dismember the body. Like, they're trying to, it makes me so, I get speechless when I think of it, because I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe I don't even want to justify anything, like saying like maybe they're panicking and they're trying to get rid of the body, which that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of the body and dispose of it somewhere. But just like, I don't get it. And in this case, if they just got into some crazy argument, altercation, like why would it lead to something so horrendous and brutal? And Preston Murr tried to escape from these men, and he ran to the neighbor, and there was blood all over the doors, and the two men, they had time to be like, oh my God, what are we doing? Why are we chasing after him to bring him back so we could shoot him? It had to be premeditated. I just don't understand how people could snap. It really affects me. And back in the day, I could fall asleep to this stuff, but it's just, I can't really deal with it. I have to really be in a good headspace as I'm watching. You know what I mean? I might sound crazy. I don't know. I already am crazy, you guys know, but I'm just so I don't understand what goes on in these serial killers' heads. But it's fascinating to me when I've watched documentaries on going inside, the psychological mind and the signs to look for in childhood when they grow up and become a serial killer, or you know what I mean? It's fascinating in a disturbing way, but it's just I just don't get it. I remember, I think I just got out of high school, and there was this house, this street that was like down the street from my high school, and there was some altercation. I forget what the story was, but a man, I believe, shot his wife, and it was something to do with custody over their child. I used to go by this house every day just going to school, so I would see it, and just knowing what happened in that, like, you know what I mean? It's so unsettling. And there's people that live there today, but I don't know, the guy just snapped. I don't know if it was premeditated. It's so crazy when you hear, I mean, you hear it all the time, stories like this. So let me know what you guys think about this case. Why do you think these men went this far with brutally murdering this man? Do you think his spirit is in the house, since everyone talks about the basement, and then that girl felt as if she should not be there, and then as a family they felt like it wasn't even their home, like this home belongs to somebody else? Why would you even want to live there? I couldn't even, like, I don't know, I have so many questions. I don't know, I couldn't do it. Could you do it? Like, I just, like, I could do it for an investigation. Like, if I had the opportunity to go to this house and stay overnight, then yeah, I would feel very unsettled, but I would, for sure. But it's just, I don't think I could live there. I don't think I could sleep there. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.